officer takes a moment to update them on the status of the victim.
So one gunshot wounds to the back. We had by his chest too, but the blood came off. She was and just an entry wound, and she was out also. We tried to take care of her. She was bleeding out too much. She was putting on her chest too.
While paramedics take over life-saving measures, Sergeant Gonzalez arrives to take control of the scene. On his approach, he runs into Officer Hernandez, who's been led away from the scene by a fellow officer.
You hurt? Okay, you're gonna be ready for the officer? Okay. So yeah, these are being contacted. So if you just wanna, I guess, take them down to the station, just wait there in the CID briefing, or we'll lock it down here. Is it way down there?
My bike doesn't go here for Brother Court. But I did move my bike though. I was on my bike in the faster than my local side.
Okay. So, what was she with? There's not an accident on it?
No, it's just one of those bikes.
Hey, can you have him priority download this camera?
While the truth of what happened remains shrouded in mystery, it will be exposed through the footage from Officer Hernandez's body-worn camera in due time. In the meantime, a promising update on Harry's condition offers a glimmer of hope.
Very slow. It's still bad. As you see, no very minor cardiac activity going on right there. Okay. Sure with that?
The officers still know very little about the situation and are eager to fill in the blanks. As they continue to question the witness, he begins to reveal hidden motives behind his reluctance to give them his name.
You want to give me the name? Guys, this is wrong. I don't. This we need your information to be able to bring it.
Come on, Ronaldo. Gakpo. Pass and goed dan. Wie is dat? Tozo. Kom op, wat doe je man? Oh, oké. Dan ben ik gewoon een man. Let's go. Pas die bal. Goed zo. Hier, Bab. Ga maar. Gakpo. Oh, Gakpo is... Zij weten wat Gakpo zal doen. Of Bacola tegen Bettelen. Ga maar Bettelen. Nee! Oh no.
What's your name?
Gelijk verkeerde kant op. Gelijk verkeerd. Oh.
Where's it, Terry? Yeah, Terry.
Let's see. Rumors of a troubling discovery in the victim's vehicle put the officers on high alert.
Kom op, Ronaldo! Hallo Wegen, blijf dit steken!
I know I already asked this guy to look at this, so can I just make sure? Can I just back it up? If you put your hands in the bucket, and you like I said,
Zij, dat is een fight erop, jongen. Weg, eenmaal weg.
Other officers standing nearby express their confusion over the developing situation.
Gakpo!
I guess spend it all off this.
You said this is still a paintball gun?
I'm out with Ronaldo. Ah, you're bullshit.
Vegas.
Lang buitenspel, afplukken zo langzaam. Kijk, boek. Gakpo. Boek. Ah. Toze.
As Terry is finally loaded into the ambulance,
Mooi.
one officer suspects that there's more to Jesus' involvement.
Oh, let's have a dub, please. People. That's the girl. Kom, wat ga je doen? Je gaat niks doen. Je gaat niks doen. That's the girl. That's the girl. Ga maar, doe ze. Geef door. Ronaldo. Tuurlijk, wie is sneller? Ronaldo. Een Mandy, geef pas. Kom maar. Go, Ronaldo! Go, Gakpo!
But Jesus' true identity isn't the only thing this officer is curious about.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Officers run Jesus' name.
Mama, Ronaldo! Ronaldo!
Uncovering more about what they bargained for. Meanwhile, as Cole reaches the hospital, officers and paramedics are in a tense state of limbo, passing the time discussing what will be the improving situation.
Testiga!
Was it 2 or 1 smoke? There's so much in the back there. What is it? It's right there. So like, that's it. It's like, so yeah.
Waarom niet gelijk door?
He checks out where people are, he'll be like done with them like right away. And this one he checked out and
Salah!
is it all the way up? Yeah, hold the sack. I think so. Because he checked out and then shots fired and I was there. Yeah.
But they aren't the only ones intrigued, as a nurse begins to ask
Snel
questions
opgedreid,
around.
heel snel. Tuurlijk, Ronaldo naar rechts, kappen en dan boep. Moet ze geplaatst zitten, want nog steeds.
As the conversation continues, and several
Ronaldo is goed,
more to the story than they realize.
Je moet scoren, Ronaldo, want je is debuut. Je hebt debuut.
This?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't even know what these man.
Ronaldo!
He just got shots fired. Yeah, he showed up on scene, and it seems like they tried to run him. This is where I came from. I was over here.
Hoppa, Ronaldo. Passen, Ronaldo, Gakpo. Voor jou ook eentje. Passen. Tuurlijk, Ronaldo. Pitbull mafioso, Pitbull mafioso.
One out of the district attorney's office. Actually, he's gonna have 2.
Worse.
It's gonna be better to appear for post-16. History of resisting, evading, obstructing. One is gonna be nationwide for controlled substance. 10,000 secured bonds. Second is gonna be 10,000 secured bonds. And it's gonna be for breaking and entering. You also have one out of...
Pitbull mafioso, Pitbull mafioso.
Despite the alarming report, the officers choose to keep the information to themselves for now and continue to monitor Jesus while they await further instructions. Meanwhile, Officer Hernandez is being assessed at the police station and has revelations of his own to share.
Alright. Hernandez, we're just gonna, all we're doing is we're gonna be taking an overall picture and we'll be sticking those numbers every time you continue the visual portion of your test. So there's questions I need to ask real quick. Are you injured? Yes. Okay. Have you been checked out by medical staff yet? Okay. We'll make sure we get that done for you, okay? During the shooting, were you yelling, prolonged, mounting, or something else? Standing. How many rounds did you load in your mags?
How long? What is 16 plus 1? 16 plus 1.
So basically, we're going to be taking pictures around and name it. We're taking pictures, okay?
So you're here. And then just please. Okay. Alright, so let me just give you almost everything.
All of his alleged injuries that support his claims that Harry attempted to run him over. The true story can only be verified by the footage, which has yet to be seen. In the meantime, the sun has risen on the crime scene, and the officers have had...
Promotie, let's go voor die konje promotie nou. We hebben Ronaldo. Ik weet niet hoe ik Ronaldo heb gekregen, maar ik heb vandaag Ronaldo gekregen. Ik ben geblest. Want hij gaat nu laten zien. Oh my god! Hoe heeft hij die tegengehouden? Hij dan nog wel ziek hoor. Hij is wel heel goed. Maar is hij beter dan Ronaldo? Deze kant Ronaldo. Kom op. Ronaldo. Laat me zien wat hij doet. Hoppa. En Robin. Kom op. Ga maar 10 man voorbij. Nee, natuurlijk niet. Want we hebben Salah. As. Tuurlijk, ga maar. Salah. Ah, dan schiet hij tegen hem op. Wat is dit voor bullshit?
He was swiftly taken to jail and left with uncertainty about Harry's fate. Soon an investigative team arrives and begins to meticulously deceive, attempting to piece together what might have happened.
Oh, Van Dijk. Hij heeft Van Dijk. Hij heeft Van Doekoe. Maar hij kan nog steeds niks. Wie is dat? Ik weet niet wie dat is. Hoe is dit? De biggie boy. Kijk.
The victim's car and begin to engage in an intriguing discussion.
Niks. Bal. Deur. Passen. Oh. No, que peste in deur. I have ook wel gekke team.
At the other end of the cul-de-sac, officers
nee, wat? Ik wil overdozen door de scoopbreed.
11:40 a.m. Officer Martinez hears a commotion nearby and rushes over to investigate.
Boe, ga maar. Salah, je bent sneller Salah, hoe bedoel je? Je bent 100. Paniek ja, paniek.
I'm the owner of this apartment, bro. Tell yourself.
Kom op! Tuurlijk! Kom in, kapoen! Kom in, kapoen! Mapitoso, papitoso. Kom op! Zet tegen naar Beloes. Weet je zeker gaat Turkisch doen daarachter. Weet je zeker gaat Turkisch doen, want ik ga je gelijk klagen. Kom op. Bam! Salah! Pas. Ah, waar pas je niet breed? Dat was niet de bedoeling. Oké, kom.
No one else is inside.
Ronaldo!
The suspect tells officers his name is Pablo and doesn't deny breaking into the window, claiming he thought the apartment belonged to his friend.
Wat ga je doen?
He said he didn't know it, leading officers to suspect he might be lying.
Wat ga je doen? Wat ga je doen? Je gaat niks doen. Kijk hier, boem. Nou, Salah. Salah. Tuurlijk heb hem. Salah. Oei, oei, oei. Kijk, valt helemaal. Hij kan niet eens blijven staan. Kijk. Paniek. Paniek, zeg je. Paniek. Je gaat nergens. Nee!
10 minutes later, the scene is put at risk once again as Officer Witten finds himself in an extended standoff with a woman.
Salah passen. Ga maar, Ronaldo. Ronaldo gaat scoren. Solo. Solo. Solo die bitch. Ja, kan passen. Want hier heb ik Oligato. Voor zijn 2-1.
This is a crime scene. Can you not see it? That doesn't mean you can just walk in here.
Tuurlijk niet. Ake.
Don't be walking in the street. You know it's an active crime scene.
Hier, pas. Ga maar. Poli. Oligato. Poli.
To get on the sidewalk.
Hier, naar midden. En nu. Ronaldo. Pas naar Ronaldo.
Please go. My name is Officer Witt. Get off the roadway, man. Get off the road. I'll give you my name once we get off the road. Get off the road.
Nee, hou die man tegen. Goed zo.
Get off the road.
No wonder there's so many
Minus. Oligato. Oligato.
You're not
Please get
Ronaldo, doe chill.
Get off
Doe chill, Ronaldo. Ik krijg het. Op. Kom op, Ronaldo. Daar moest je staan.
I've got Troopers 864. You don't walk on the sidewalk.
Hey.
Get off the roadway.
I'm 66 years old. You think I'm gonna go look?
Boom.
I was looking for somebody.
Do not walk on the
Je bent
roadway.
langer. Ah, je bent niet langer. Je moet nou echt niks.
Do not walk on the roadway or any of the
Oh.
sidewalks. You're still walking on the sidewalk. Please get off the
Hier,
sidewalk.
waar ga je? Waar ga je? Nee, paniek daar. Ronaldo aan de bal. Iedereen heeft paniek.
Off the sidewalk, please.
Geen stress.
If you're gonna go on this side,
Nee.
you need to go around.
Keeper, man.
You're in the middle of the road.
Bullshit. Pina, wie is Pina? Ah joh, geef hem weer aan Pina.
Despite the intrusion, the crime scene remains preserved. Soon investigators finish gathering evidence.
Oh, hij heeft ook nog Pini, wat? Deze man, hij speelt met Pini in de middenvelden. Ja. Kom, let's go. En Ronaldo hier. Kom, let's go. Ah. We gaan aanvallend spelen.
Okay, see me as right.
Kom,
See him.
Ronaldo. Ronaldo.
Roll your window down, man.
Geef maar.
Open the door.
Oei. Waarom schiet je niet zelf?
Step over here. Step over here.
Rennen. En keeper. Die moest je gewoon vasthouden, man. Bullshit is dat, man.
Right there.
En die keeper is fuck op, man.
Go. It's a blue one. Step out. Step out, man.
I don't step out.
Step out now, or I'm gonna pull you
Ja,
out.
geef die man rood, boy. Wat bedoel je?
Car sergeant, I want the sergeant. Don't touch me.
Now, step out,
Don't
please.
touch me.
Step out.
Don't touch me.
Step
I
out.
want to report this right
Go
now.
ahead. Step out.
I want to report this. Don't touch me.
Step out.
No.
Come on, hurry up.
No.
Who are you here visiting?
I'm butterfly.
It's too late to be visiting Butterfly.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I'm not supposed to my keys.
This is public housing, ma'am.
I
Step out.
understand that.
Step
No,
out.
no, sir. Don't touch me, sir.
Despite his demands, Terry remains seated, prompting the officer to deliver an alarming threat.
Okay. We're gonna get Jace.
No, you're not. It's
Step out there.
I'm my car.
Step. You are. I'm asking you to step out. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
Step out.
Why don't I step out?
I'm trying to talk to you. This guy has paintball guns. I don't know what else he has there. It doesn't matter, ma'am. It doesn't matter. It still looks like a gun, does it not?
No.
Yes, it does.
No.
Step over here, right here. If you pull that out again, we're gonna shoot.
Tensions rapidly escalate the moment the officer realizes he's seen the passenger before.
Show your face. Show your face. I'm not doing that. Jesus Garcia. I'm not. Holy. Get back up. I'm in the car. You're on the property. You're on the property. I told you not to be here. Did I rip?
Hij heeft ook Salah, wat? Hij heeft ook Dream Team, G. Oké, kom, let's go. Dream Team tegen Dream Team, wie is de echte G? Kom. Niks aan dat, kom. Wat spelen? Wat spelen? Wat spelen? Kom.
There's rules and regulations that need to be.
Oh, kom, geef die
He's trespassed. Okay? He's trespassed. He has 5 warrants out for criminal trespassing.
Sight. Ja, geef veel.
Told you not to be here. Guess what? He's here again. Okay? So again, I'm gonna ask you, what are you doing? At what time? What time did you do that?
Waarom? Waarom ben ik de baas? Waarom ben ik de baas? Hierdoor. Koopmijners.
So, what is your name?
Zo'n 100ste bollen. Kijk die TikTok. Ja. Kupana nog. Pana. Pana Bipoli. Kom. Je wil niet eens weten wie ik daar in de spits zet nog. Kom, Scotty. Bal, nigga.
You know what it is. You do. You do. You have to
Je pas. Ga maar. We gaan afstand nemen van die. Wat zie je? Naar rechts. Waarom naar rechts? Waarom denk je? Kijk, ga naar midden. Koep. Bam. Wat zei ik? Wat zei ik? We maken afstand. Kom, ik hoor niet in divisie 7 van je. Ik hoor in divisie 1. Voor miljoenen te spelen. En dan ook nog winnen. Euro's. Ja man. Gewoon speel. Speel man. Goed zo, speel die bal boy. Kom. Ja, ik gooi jou ook die kans. Maar ik moet een betere keeper hebben. Dus je hebt echt geluk. Maar het zijn niet zo... Kom. Goed. Let's go. We moeten vaart maken.
Hear me out. Okay? And just be quiet for like 10 seconds.
Ja, tuurlijk. Goed, dat is nergens over te doen. Want we zijn de big boss. Waarom, Salah? Je hebt alle tijd. Kijk, we gaan gewoon weer naar de midden. En dan doen we dit.
You're here. Okay? It doesn't matter. You're here.
Het van de andere kant proberen. Voor Gakpo heb ik ook zo'n schot. En dan kan ik ook wisselen voor iemand anders die ook zo'n ongeveer een goede schot heeft. Ja, liggen jij. Zo moet je spelen met Salah. Ja, geen normaal geel. Geef maar. Geef maar. Ik nog meer. Dat wordt me niet.
Because you don't listen. You don't listen.
You don't listen. You don't listen.
Okay?
You don't listen.
But you're not listening.
Harry then makes a request in the hopes of bringing this into confrontation to a peaceful end.
Wat ga je doen? Kijk, je gaat letterlijk niks doen. Want ik ga rennen. Koopmijners. Oh, moet tegen Van Dijk. Ja, Van Dijk is wel sterke verdediger. Maar ja. Niks aan de hand. Kom, we gaan rennen. Running man, paas. Die paas moest harder. Die paas is echt kakker. Goed, tuurlijk. Want Salah is easy. Kijk hoe die zit. Kijk, leer. Maak geen grappen man. Geen grappen. Je moet afstand nemen. Druk start en stop die gimma. We moeten afstand nemen. Kijk, we moeten afstand nemen. Waarom was je zo ver, jongen? Pas dat fucking Gakpo. Door. Je paas maar goed zo. Nee, ben je gek, zo moet je pasen. Kijk zo. En dan rij links. En dan Gakpo gewoon zijn gang laten gaan. Kijk, Gakpo gewoon naar midden gaan. En dan poep. Zo moet je spelen. Hé toch? Gewoon ik Gakpo. Hou je het toch wel allemaal bij? Nee, hou er niet bij. Want hier, goed. Hoppa, naar Gakpo weer. Ja, nu weten ze wat hij wil doen. Wat hij gaat doen. Oh. Wat gaan ze doen? We kunnen niks doen. Oh, dit, kijk. Wat een goal.
Shortly after entering the vehicle,
En dan moet ik ook mijners even wisselen. Ik moet hem de tijd gunnen, weet je. Hij heeft zijn ding gedaan. Ik zet een andere supersnelle. Ake heeft ook zijn ding gedaan. Ik zou Isaac nog inzetten. En dan ga ik Ronaldo even naar achteren brengen. Weet je toch? Eén stapje naar achteren. Ja, we kunnen zekerheid voor zekerheid nemen voor die gele kaart, weet je. We willen geen rood. Maar we willen wel blijven scoren. Jullie toch. Hier, ga maar. We hebben Isaac ook nog, hè. Ga naar die bal. Ga naar die bal, boy. Kom. Ronaldo. Dat Ronaldo even dan. Nee, Ronaldo moet koppen.
It doesn't matter. I'm trying to find out what's going on here. And you're trespass. I recognize your trespass. Doesn't matter.
Hij schrijft penalty, maar hij schopt maar op, G. Wat? Ga maar, Gakpo. Geef hem op. Waarom? Kijk naar Isaac. Hij is 5 meter. 5 meter, broer. 5 meter. Je moet toch alleen maar Haaland en dat is klaar. Techniek, tactisch helemaal aanspelen. Hier, kijk maar, boem. Boom!
And Officer Felipe Hernandez was placed on a 3-day paid administrative leave. It must be noted that being charged with a crime does not imply guilt, and that individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Investigation on January 1st, 2024.
Ronaldo boy
was charged with second-degree murder with a $20,000 unsecured bond. He entered a plea of not guilty. The jury is set to begin.
Ik weet niet wie dat was, maar gevaarlijk. Dangerous. 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 Nee. Money Bellingham. Oh dear. Okay, let's go boys. We kunnen het niet weggeven. Nee, wat? Kom. We gaan het nu weggeven, boy. Nee, scheids. Scheids. Hij breekt me binnen. Ronaldo. Dat is bijna gek.
A quiet afternoon at the Clovis Harbor Public Library is destroyed when the pulverizing sounds of gunfire ring out through the bookshelves. In an instant, an ordinary day for dozens of people is twisted into a terrifying encounter with horrifying violence. Police must face that grim threat themselves if they're to stop a deranged teenager driven to kill by an incomprehensible motive.
Dude, ga maar, gewoon die. Okay, goed. August 28, 2017, a lone figure dressed in black walks up to the front doors of the public library in Clovis, New Mexico. Instead of going directly into the library, the young man circles back to use the restroom. His movements are quiet for now, but he had much to say only minutes earlier when he recorded an ominous message before leaving his house.
By the time you're watching this, the deed would have already been done. By the deed, I'm not sure what it is today. I'm just gonna go. Probably long, got myself to do. First off, I'm gonna say I'm sorry to anyone that's gonna be affected by this. This is a tough subject. First, I'm sorry to my family. There's never happier times. I'm sorry to my girlfriend. I wanted to marry you, and I love you a lot. I just couldn't take it. This was all my idea. No one made me do this. No one made me want to do this. Me mad. So I don't want my family to be punished in any sort of way.
The young man says more in his pre-recorded manifestos, and we'll hear his disturbing message soon. For now, in the moments before he unleashes his cool violence, He takes a final
Oh, dude.
picture for Snapchat.
Wacht, dit verandert de hele zin weer. Wacht even. Met mode.
The final seconds before the fire are almost ominous in their normalcy. Please be advised that the following footage is highly intense. However, the CCTV footage does not show anyone being physically harmed or injured.
Irmãos, tchau, tchau. É claro que não sei se irmãos vão dizer, vamos tocar bem, vai. Mandou o drift já, direito. Minder erg dan met dingen, wat? Want dit is ook met Ronaldo gespeeld.
A lucky few are able to escape to a side door,
What?
and one heroic woman is careful to make sure she rescues an oblivious bystander before getting as far
Dan
away
pak je
from the
hem nog weer, want
library
ik ben ook
as
nog weer
possible.
toch dan.
But back inside the library, many are still trapped in a living hell.
This console.
A family hiding behind the information desk decides they can no longer wait for this nightmare to be over. In response to the screams for help, a man outside calls 911 as he walks into the library to rescue his wife and child trapped inside.
I'm at the library. Somebody's recording the shooting. There's 2 people laying dead.
The scene playing out at the Clovis Harbor Public Library is unimaginable in its terror and carnage. Help is on the way, even as the shooter paces from room to room, stalking his victims like prey. Police are descending on the building. Once the police are inside, the dreaded unknown lurks around every corner and behind every door. No one in the library is beyond suspicion.
Met foto. Buitenspel, site. Nee? Oké, je gaat weer vals spelen. Kom, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ja, geen kooibal aan mijn hoofd. Maar de benen breken weer gek. Weet je zeker, je gaat dat tegen me. Geplaatst wordt binnen 3 minuten, kom op man, wat hou op man. Gewoon speelt bitch, je bent niks. Je bent niks. You're nothing. Waar ga je, waar ga je? Oh, je gaat zo. Denk je dan, ik heb geen keeper. Ik heb geen keeper die bij Barcelona speelt. Kom, tuurlijk. Cody Gakpo, Cody Gakpo, Cody Gakpo.
Come here. Come here, show me your hands. Show me your hands. Come on.
Kom, speel, bitch, speel.
Let's go.
Kom. Oh, die man heeft Messi. Die man heeft Messi.
Clear.
Nee, tuurlijk niet.
We got Charles back.
Dit wordt een wedstrijd toch? Boep, ren dan. Oh, waarom ren je niet? Cody. Cody is hij of zo man. You want I see it? Oh.
Alright, let's just go, okay?
Nee, niet de focus up.
It's an unusual sight to see police handcuffing potential victims, but it is with that in mind, an officer asked two witnesses who provide critical information.
Look at his face.
Oh, we gaan actief spelen, Paul. Wat actief spelen tegen mij. Zo, scheids. Geef die Messi rood.
Why? We're gonna clear it.
En nu gaat weer zijn bitch spelen. The fucking bitch.
The shooter is handcuffed and lying on the floor beside the information desk. Shortly before police arrived, he walked up to Lupe Aguirre, the man who called 911, with a little smile and told him to hang up the phone. Aguirre told the young man he was right behind him, at which point the shooter walked back to the library.
Speel, je wilt maar afvatten. Ik ga jou kapot maken hoor, let's go. Want ZPG stopt niet. ZPG stopt niet. We hebben Koning Capo. We hebben Koning Capo. We hebben... Hij heeft Foden. Ja. Oké, we speelden met Foden, dus ja, let's go, kom. Buiten spel toch? Is dat geen fucking buitenspel?
Less than 5 minutes passed between the opening gunfire and the shooter's head.
Dat is fucking buitenspel.
It's been long enough to create a tragic and chaotic scene.
Bitch wil je spelen, gaat dat ook.
Police at the rear of the building still don't know if they have the right guy in custody, or if he's the only one at large.
Excuse me, sir. Are you here with Okay, if I can, let me get you on the other side of the street for now, alright?
Hoe kan niemand die bal raken, boy? Hoe kan niemand die bal raken? What the fuck is dit?
Okay. I want you to maintain a position there at the dumpster. Make sure nobody's coming around the building.
Je gaat dat echt niet kunnen doen, Fik.
Behind you. Also, keep a visual just around the area.
As officers outside work to keep the building secure, police inside the library struggle to get a handle on the nerve-wracking situation still in progress.
Right there, okay? Yeah, right there, you're all right.
Dude, kom op, boy.
Which way?
Ja, goed zo.
I need you guys to go ahead and cross the street, get on the other side of that police unit. Just be careful with the traffic, okay? Get on the other side of that police unit.
Wat doe je?
Back inside, officers are still exercising extreme caution.
Anybody else? Okay. We got one up. Let's go. I'm gonna look left, okay? Stay down. Keep your hands up where I can see them, okay?
As police carefully sweep the library, ideas about a second shooter begin to fade. Only one individual has caused this carnage. He'll do plenty of talking before the day is through, and much of what he says will be appalling.
Ja joh, pas gewoon daar joh.
In the meantime, there are still many aspects of this emergency to contend with. First responders must sweep the entire library, get the shooter to the police station, and most importantly, the victims.
Waarom? Je was loesoe. Je was loesoe, boy. Ronaldo, altijd op de plek waar hij moet staan. Daarom scoort hij. Daarom is hij de meest gevreesde speler.
Being let out of the back closet is just
Tijden.
An assistant librarian who has been shot in the shoulder.
Oh, die staat waar die moet
Jessica
staan en
is
daarom
married to
scoort
an
hij.
officer on the force.
Hij staat er.
Is he? Right?
Maar ja, weet je toch, we gaan niet bij 2-2 laten, boy. We gaan even...
A word
even
of
sprinten.
mine may not be the
We kunnen
most
niet de hele tijd
accurate way
achter
to
staan.
describe Jessica's status.
Nee.
But it is true that when all is said and done,
Dat kan gewoon. Ook uit die Messi voor Messi van Messi. We hebben wacht, tweede helft. Tweede helft, we gaan easy inzetten.
Alright, I'm gonna need you some units, okay? We're good. We're clear back here. We got D here, homie. That's Wanda Walters. Okay, Wanda Walters. This is Christina Carter.
children's librarian Christina
Hij kan
Carter,
niks.
circulation
Hij paniek.
assistant Wanda
Paniek.
Walters are among the
Hij
least
had iemand.
protected
Oeh,
victims that day.
ik weet wel wat ik kan.
This senseless
Oeh.
violence. As the officers continue to rush through the library,
Dat was
the number of victims in desperate need of their assistance continues to pile up.
Dat was die 2-1 boy.
Well, we'll be get off the store.
You make me bad toch. You make me bad toch.
The boy being carried out is 10-year-old Noah Molina, who visited the restroom at the same time as the suspect in the chilling moments before he and his big sister were shot.
Waar gaat
These
het dan mis?
gut-wrenching scenes have some officers discussing what they may have
Inmiddels wel,
done
maar ja, wie moet
differently.
inzetten?
Both Charlie boy came through the door. I didn't know what hit. Yeah. Yeah, already dropped it. Smoke checked it.
Police decide it's time to remove the killer from the crime scene.
Kijk wat Thibaut kan. Hij is ook een topspeler. We moeten niet zo snel de bal kwijtraken.
The police drag
Next
the young
one, Lodo.
suspect into the front lawn of the library and hand him off for transport.
I got my unit back over here.
En dan gebeurt het dit.
Look, keep your hands where I can see them.
Bitch ass nigga.
There's a knife in my pocket.
Get down on your knees. Down on your knees. What else do we have in your pockets?
I'm not sure. License on travel. What's happening?
The shooter is oddly calm in the wake of this incident, but police might be lulled into a false sense of security. Even with the suspect in handcuffs.
Wat doe je? Wat doe je? Wat doe je? Uit bij die
I'm not
dingen
gonna trust
uit.
you. Got it for a sec?
En dan gaat dit een bitch spelen.
You need to get a unit to this location, block the street off.
Het is gewoon eigenlijk fout. Ik weet al wat
The
fout
shooter
is.
is driven to the police station, but the main concentration of law enforcement is still here at the devastating crime scene.
There's some 380 showcasing here. And then there's another pistol in there.
Hey, Sijt.
Officers have found 2 guns at the
Nee, dan
scene,
niet toch?
and as
Dan
we've
niet
seen,
toch?
they were
Dan gaan we zo spelen. Kom,
use inside the
kom.
library.
Zeker.
At the station, police identified a young man.
Je gaat niet halen, want ik ben met Easy. Ik ben met
So you
Easy.
understand your right to remain silent?
Easy doet het allemaal
What is your
easy.
name?
Nathaniel J. Nathaniel J. I go run Nathan.
Do you have an ID on
Easy
you?
ook nog sowieso.
Is he gonna be in your wallet?
One can only wonder what drove a teenager 2 years shy of adulthood to commit such a
Nee,
disgusting
kom,
act.
we gaan afstand nemen.
Nathaniel Jewett will
Ben je 2
provide
man
some
loesen,
answers,
wat ga je?
but his
Easy.
twisted reasons are
Easy.
unlikely to provide much comfort.
Hey, Sijt.
Try not to.
Wow, rood man, oranje.
Just for your safety.
Kijk, die man paas.
Okay.
Hier, nog pas maar ook erbij.
I'm not here to interview you.
Tuurlijk,
Okay?
Ronaldinho.
That's not what I'm here for, okay?
Ronaldo,
I'm
we
sure
vertellen
would appreciate you
Ga
talking.
maar, spring die fucking hoek. Ik ben met Ronaldo, want daar staat hij heen.
You know I'll lose some if it's gonna put your feet to sleep or something like that. Okay?
Leuk, leuk.
You have to close first.
Cancelo weg.
Sir, you're not injured in any way.
Met je ka. Met
You
je
need to
ka.
see the medics or anything.
So, my ears hurt.
Your ears hurt.
I can't hear my
Yeah. Okay.
Kijk wat
If
je
you feel
tegen
that you
deze
need
gaat
to see
doen.
the medics, I want you to tell me. Okay?
Tuurlijk, Ronaldo.
Are you under the influence of something?
Hop,
Are you
hop,
under the influence of something?
hop.
It's natural that the officer would wonder about Nathaniel's identity after answering the same question twice in 5 minutes. But that's far from the strangest thing the young killer will say in police custody.
BAM! Zavisím, kolika,
He's fully aware where he's headed for the evening, but in the difficulty of the Nathaniel tries to downplay
kijk hoe snel ze is. Ze is gelijk terug. Ze is gelijk stabiel. Gelijk stabiel. Wat wil je doen? Wat? Wat? Wat wil je doen? Wat? Wat? Wat wil je doen? Wat?
Wounded people.
Wat wil je doen dan? Wat wil je doen dan? Wat? Easy maakt het easy met schaamliefde en ze zijn crazy.
Law enforcement officials are aghast at the
Explore.
horrors that have visited their town.
So how many injured people? There's multiple evidence.
Je weet hoe het is, sowieso.
Hey gentlemen, Lieutenant Cope.
Oh, alleen maar
I
zeker.
can hear everything what you guys are saying.
The officer is concerned about Nathaniel overhearing the chatter, but it seems the young shooter has more important things on his mind.
Did I have a jacket? Not one you got with me, you didn't.
Kijk, teamcase 23 of teamcase 21, dat is wel grappig.
Nathaniel may be somewhat indifferent to the weight of his actions, but it seemed clear that this day has taken an emotional toll not only on the victims, but on the police as well.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good, ladies. I'm safe. Okay. Love you girls so much. I'll talk to you girls after a bit, but I'm safe. I'm good. Everything's good. Okay? I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay? Love you so much. Okay, bye-bye.
As for the killer, there are many moments over the next couple of hours that highlight his disturbed mind and his complete lack of remorse for his actions.
Any bruises, any cuts, any face? Was that marker or? Okay. So it's all marker, it's all right on you? Okay. Okay. Alright. You sure?
To boli! Pedro, Gaspar! Jij denkt je gaat halen met die? Oh, talvez is echt. En Martinez gaat Martinez, dus ja. Kom maar, Cody Capoe!
The police take Nathaniel to the hospital, where he will answer some questions before heading to his ultimate destination, the juvenile detention center. He tells the nurses about his substance abuse issues, which are extensive enough to surprise even the experienced healthcare workers.
Dit is misschien nog een ander. Fuck! Snap je? Maak hem maar wat. Klop hem laag, Marquinhos, en je hebt de wave binnen. Kop hem zo, je gaat nooit halen. Nooit. Wat ga je doen? Wat wil je doen? Wat wil je doen? Kom. Loop. Weet je zeker?
What do you take this for? You just take this to take them?
Oh! What? Another one! He was so mooi als hij eerst in Sancho.
Unfortunate decision to quit counseling. In a lawsuit 2 years later, the victims will accuse the psychiatrist who treated Nathaniel his access to firearms. Minutes after the shooting, Nathaniel's father arrived at home to find his son missing. His absence was cause for concern, but it wasn't until Chris Jewett noticed a unique item in his son's room that his concern turned into alarm.
I went and looked in his room and found a couple more pocket knives and razor blades, and then what really got my attention was there was a $2 bill on his desk, and I have $2 bills in my gun safe, and I was sitting there and just went to go look.
Waarom kom ik altijd achter te staan bij deze wedstrijd? Ik word helemaal loco.
You know? I went to the gun safe and noticed that both my semi-automatic pistols
Doe deze maar na. Kom.
How many times you shot?
once before.
What did you feel when you walked over there?
I remember being in the back and the door.
Kom. Counters. Nou zijn we de strongest in. Mohamed Ronaldo. Nee! Staat gewoon nergens op, man. Hey, ik zeg eerlijk, hoeveel kansen heb ik nu al gehad? Kom op, man, schiet een beetje.
Nathaniel says that he could talk neither to his church nor his girlfriend because he didn't want to upset them with the bad things. Nathaniel shares that he's dating his pastor's daughter, and he tells detectives that he was been Christian a month before the shooting.
What made you decide that it was enough? That you've been thinking about this for a while?
Yes.
Dit wordt een moeilijke, dit wordt een hele moeilijke.
The courage to do it today.
Maar doe het niet zo moeilijk te zijn, ik heb gewoon meer kansen dan hem.
You knew it was wrong.
Nee!
Why should you think it was enough?
Oh, nee! No!
Nathaniel doesn't provide much in terms of his own motivations, so police must look in a place where he documented his ideas, posting videos.
Ja, die herinners was ik sowieso vast op. Man heeft die hele shit op gehackt of zo, man. What the fuck?
And I was making this because, well, it's not easier. My thing was when I lost hope or when I just couldn't take it anymore is when I was going to do it. It's that time. So I'm about to go NBK, Natural Born Killer. Like, no, it's the one that inspired me. It's not that.
Waar is die keeper? Waar is die corner keeper?
Oh, I love you, Dad. I love you, Mom. I have to go home. This was no one's fault. This is kind of my own.
Despite this remark, Nathaniel spreads the blame around. Claiming that harassment at school culminated in his getting suspended for a fight he didn't start. A cell phone video of the fight tells a different story.
Fucking bullshit. Als kans jij staat erin. Wat?
Regardless of the fight's details, it's clear that there's much more going on in Nathaniel's head than one schoolyard scuffle.
It was, there's no other way about this. I have some mental issues going on. So like I'm hearing voices.
Okay, nu gaan we even.
I have so much anger.
We gaan even andere techniek.
So much anger, frustration, and just hopelessness. It's just this needed. Just being a shock on people. No one's ready for this. I'm really mad. I'm in a really mad mood, and this is kind of for people getting bullied. That's one of the reasons. And just because I'm sick.
Nathaniel's ultimate reason behind carrying out a mass shooting is horrifying in its
Ja, die had hij ook nog. Ja, die man kan hij ook tegenhouden, ja.
I don't know either. I can't really see myself doing anything else.
Ik heb al lief, man. Wat deze man
Thanks to
hier.
everyone that was nice to me. And, yeah, alright. I just gotta...
Nathaniel Ray Jewett pled guilty to 30 felony counts, including 2 charges of first-degree murder for the killing of 61
Zie je, dit bedoel ik.
48-year-old Christina Carter. 4 others were wounded,
Man heeft dit spel gehackt.
including 10-year-old Noah Molina,
Hij heeft dit spel
Alexis
gehackt.
Molina, library patron Howard Jones, and circulation assistant Jessica Thron. On February 15th, 2019, roughly 17 months after the shooting, Nathaniel was given 2 concurrent life sentences plus 40 years. At the time of his sentencing, he would have been eligible for parole no sooner than the year 2051. However, a controversial new bill was signed into law in 2023, banning life sentences in New Mexico for convicted juveniles. Under the new law, juvenile offenders may seek parole after serving 15 years. This would make Nathaniel Jewett eligible to go before the parole board in 2033.
Hallo. waard is. Dat maar een goede avond mag worden. Ik ben zaterdag en dan zie je van Bos. En naast me zit collega Jeroen Grutte. Deze wedstrijd in Ryan.
Get a good look at the face yet. Is it the skull bone?
That's interesting the way the pantyhose or whatever was.
It was at this moment the cops' worst fears were confirmed with a single horrifying discovery. There was a deranged killer on the loose.
I've never seen anything like this. We just knew that the suspect had several weeks of a head start on us.
The killer thought he'd gotten away, but little did he know he was caught on camera.
I wanted to get this guy. He was like my life's mission.
Just when the case seemed unsolvable, the cops found a lead that would change everything.
Were you in bed places? I was on the couch. You were on the couch.
The very first chapter of a sinister story revealed a horror so unimaginable that it shook even the most notorious criminals to their core.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm no angel. I've never done something like that.
It was 7:36 in the evening of April 7th, 2016.
Let's go, boy.
This woman had just called 911 in Pasco County, Florida. She was looking for cans, but had come across something she was never going to forget.
So you basically ventured in the first time, took cans, came back out, turned back into little people, pulled those branches back, and saw what you thought was additional.
Bitch. Bom, que ele pode. Bitch.
The suspected area was a lone woodland of Newport Richie. Pasco County Sheriff was going to investigate the report.
We think we're responding to a standard death investigation call.
Let's go.
Was relayed to us as a dead homeless man in the woods. We arrived on scene. I activated my body on camera. Little did I know what I was walking into.
The initial speculation was that it was a homeless altercation gone wrong, but the detectives soon realized that they were in the middle of something much more disturbing.
Is it DSW or
Detectives interviewed the caller who claimed that a headless body of a man was beside a shopping mall next to a mobile home community. She ran back out immediately, and in doing so, she avoided contaminating the scene. After getting confirmation of the body in the wooded area, the investigative team divided into two. One was to secure the body, and the other one was to look out for evidence.
We want to ensure that we're locating any witnesses before they leave the area or forget what they saw. I'm going to go all these copies before the trailer park here. I'll even play back as a week part of the week and a half too.
Goed zo, pas ik kom. Ja, en dan was je weer terug. Ja. I have a legend. I have a legendary
Fortunately, the nearest was the Metro PCS store, where they may find something horrific that was caught on camera.
This is the drive-thru. I got your one drive-thru work. What if I can keep your system guys look at the next 10 minutes? I appreciate it.
Simply because we see surveillance video cameras doesn't mean that we're going to get any information from them.
You guys are cameras on that. There's anything on it. I live like 2 weeks left inside. 2 weeks?
Oh man. Nando.
The employee took him to the room where the CCTV footage was being recorded, but most of it was erased. The new owners had just bought this building on Friday, because of which everything on camera was erased. In the meantime, a different team of police officers secured the area and cleared the path to the body. Their priority was to identify the victim and draw initial conclusions. The investigators were moments away from a revelation that would redefine their entire search.
Walking a little further, when I got closer to the body, they appeared to have some female clothing on. So that changed a little bit of the dynamic of what we're looking at.
Ronaldo. Hey, scheids! Scheids! 2 keer!
As they realized the body belonged to a female,
Right away, they had a hunch on who this person could have been. "21-year-old Brooklyn Pat was reported missing in October of 2015, just over a mile from the wooded area. After a long investigation, police had labeled her as an unsolved case. The search for Brooklyn had worn out, and the hope of finding her safe and sound had died down with it. But when the newly found body appeared on the news, Brooklyn's family had again hoped to gain some kind of closure after 6 agonizing months.
My relationship with Brooklyn is very, very close. Brooklyn was liked by everybody who met her. Everyone who would meet her would say what a lively personality she had. Even if she didn't have something, she would go out of her way to make sure that someone else had something. I have not met one person that had something negative to say about her. She was just genuinely loved by everyone.
Salah!
At the end of the day, what I would like to hear about Brooklyn's disappearance is just closure. If she was murdered, I'd like to know. I mean, you don't ever want to hear the worst, but hearing the worst is better than hearing nothing.
The confirmation on whether it was Brooklyn relied on the coroner's report, which would happen after forensics securely got to the body and took it in for a test. But all of that had to wait until the crime scene was thoroughly investigated, and the tricky location of the body was playing a number on them.
Scheids buitenspel. Scheids buitenspel. Scheids fucking buitenspel.
Stop right here.
Fucking bullshit.
I'm going to cut this branch. Let's get this over here. In the event that it doesn't fall on the body.
Around 9:05 in the evening, they finally were able to take a closer look at the body. Little did the officers know, they were about to encounter one of the worst discoveries of their lifetimes.
Ja, nu ga je proosten.
This is one of the more brutal scenes I've been to.
In this case, we believe that there was foul play involved. There was evidence of blunt force trauma to her head.
Now, we can't get a good look at the face yet. Is it just skull bone?
Normally, if bodies found, one indication that they were robbed could be that they're not wearing any jewelry.
Looking at the position of the body, they didn't take the ring, so no, nothing to do with that. No.
Her dress was pulled over her face. Her stockings were ripped.
Yeah, this poor person's been out for a while.
The investigators noticed that she still had jewelry on, suggesting that it wasn't a robbery gone wrong. Her clothes were pulled over her face, and her face was brutally massacred to the point of being unrecognizable. The police also observed her ripped stockings, leading them to suspect that this crime scene was not just a dumping ground. This was the exact place the victim had lost her life. She was brought here and murdered.
To think that another human being would do this to a person and leave them without an identity or without any cause or care for that person was very disturbing.
They knew one thing for sure. The investigation was not going to be easy.
Their toenails did and everything. They like Hamill, they both goes off.
There was some trash on the ground, and we had to decipher through what was evidence and what was not evidence. Early in the investigation, there were some difficulties that we faced, like we didn't have the decedent positively identified. We didn't have any suspects, any motives. We just knew that the suspect had several weeks of a head start on us. Whether it was Brooklyn or not, the victim had suffered the most horrible last names. In fact, this would be the most horrifying case of SA the detectives had ever witnessed.
She didn't place her dress over her head. She didn't position herself to where her legs were in a V shape. Her legs were posed in a manner that's consistent with the battery.
That's interesting, the way the pantyhose or whatever. Bite marks.
We ended up getting word from the medical examiner's office that the cause of death was blunt force trauma. The investigators know they witnessed the aftermath of a disturbing, highly depraved fantasy. It's here that the true disturbing story would start to unfold.
Well, with the weather we've had, it could speed up the decomposition.
As for the identity of the Jane Doe, Brooklyn Peck was their closest bet. When the body was processed for forensic analysis, the detectives poured themselves deep into Brooklyn's case file. That is where they made a grim discovery. Even before the forensic report negated the connection between the body and Brooklyn, they detected a physical feature that made it impossible to be Brooklyn. This was one of the many movie-like twists in this case. Brooklyn was missing the tip of her pointer finger on her left hand, while the recovered body had the tip intact.
At this point, we realized that the decedent was not Brooklyn Peck.
When we heard that
Unbelievable.
we had a whole different range of emotions. We went from being happy and relieved that it wasn't her, to also being sad that it wasn't her, because we were kind of hoping at this point that we would have some closure.
The attempt to make a positive identity of Jane Doe was back to zero. The next daunting task was to comb through the missing persons reports of the month until they found a positive match. They began a rigorous search through recent missing persons reports, determined to find the woman's identity and, if possible, bring closure to yet another family waiting for answers. As they worked their way through records, they finally found a match. A woman reported missing only weeks prior who bore a striking resemblance to the body they've recovered.
Not unlike her to disappear for a few days, but it is unusual not to hear from her. This week they filed a missing persons report with the Maine State Police, who say they have notified authorities down in Florida.
With this identification, the detectives realized they were beginning a new investigation altogether. The body belonged to 52-year-old Judith Therianos. This grandmother had been missing for over a month now, and her family was just as desperate as Brooklyn's. They knew that uncovering what happened to this woman would require a delicate balance of forensic precision and unyielding determination, and perhaps a little luck. While Brooklyn's case remained open, their focus now shifted to unraveling the truth behind Judith's horrible fate.
Judy and I took a road trip down to Florida to visit our friend who had cancer. She stayed behind to take care of her, and I returned back to Maine. Judy and I got referred to as mother and daughter because our age difference is about 20 years, but that didn't stop us. Our friendship was more like soul sisters.
Judith was not a resident of Newport Richie. She was newly visiting. She traveled there with a friend to see another friend who was battling cancer. Tragically, she never returned home.
I was leaving to go north. I said, be careful and don't be stupid. That, this brought you back.
The medical examiner's office was able to get a fingerprint from the deceased person, and they were able to determine that the deceased was
Detectives found the body of Judith. They also gained a crucial lead on the CCTV footage gathered from the area that into the case.
We separated into groups. A few detectives went to locate her last known whereabouts, and a couple of us went to a convenience store to examine the footage. We concentrated on a convenience store and several other businesses in the area.
The first surveillance video that we located was her purchasing alcohol in a convenience store nearby an area that she was
In the surveillance video footage, we observed Judith purchasing her items. At the time, she was seen accompanied by another person.
The footage showed her buying alcohol in a nearby convenience store while accompanied by an unidentified man. With that, the police now have a suspect to find. A suspect that potentially held the answers to this perplexing mystery.
When we located the surveillance video of Judith in the convenience store with the man, we didn't know if he was responsible for her death or if he was another evidence of her. Maybe he could assist us with the investigation.
Identifying this man became the top priority, as he was the last person seen with Judith. Unfortunately, DNA evidence collected from the crime scene yielded no matches in the system, meaning he wasn't registered. The detectives' only option was to canvass the neighborhood. Equipped with nothing but a description and a photo of the man, they returned to the trial, looking as many doors as possible, in the hope that someone could recognize their primary suspect.
that was found. Again, the actual can't back there. Okay, so it's probably the dead body. It looks to be about 2 weeks old. The white male, and he got a red shopper car next to him. That he's seen in the past 2 weeks. About 3 weeks ago, I think there was a white man back there. He had brought out food and
Dit zegt echt, dit soms echt anders op wat de rest lijkt. Al mijn kansen. Deze mogen vandaag gewoon niet zijn.
Or they didn't want to talk to the police.
Mogen niet zijn.
The closest they got was to a man named Grizzly, who not only had information, but also evidence.
We received information that there was a man named Grizzly who lived nearby in a mobile home park, that he had known Judith. So we had gone to speak with him to see if he had any kind of information that could assist with this investigation.
Here's my message. I'm a bachelor. All right. And I figured I better do the right thing. Thank you. Because I don't want to be known as a
He had information that went beyond simple hearsay and even presented them with tangible evidence. He told police that he barely knew the man, but gave him a shelter to stay for a couple of days.
Your hair, brush cut type of deal.
He also informed the detectives that this man had left behind his bag.
But these are the clothes that were under the bed in this bag.
When we collected those items, we examined them, and we believe that it was the same shirt and the same backpack that was in the surveillance video at the convenience store while she was with the man.
Grizzly's revelation was a crucial break in the case, as it directly tied the suspect's attire to the scene. However, Grizzly's knowledge came to an abrupt halt there. He claimed he didn't know much about the suspect beyond the fact that he seemed anxious, almost paranoid, and in a hurry to leave town. According to Grizzly, the man had talked about buying a one-way ticket to Chicago, but hadn't offered any personal details or even a name.
Chicago, that's all he said.
But it's here detectives were about to get an unexpected lead, and it unfolded in a manner that made the mystery even more unsettling.
After we spoke to Grizzly, I was walking back to my car, and a man named Stefan said, "Hey detective, can I talk to you about the IRS?" And he gave me a wink as he said it to me, which made me believe that he didn't want to talk to me about the IRS and he probably had more information.
The cops sensed a possibility of a lead so impactful that it could crack open the case entirely. They were at a make-or-break moment in their investigation, so they quickly assured him that anything he disclosed would be handled with the utmost confidentiality and protection. That was when Stefan talked.
Well, you know where the dollar store is over there in the store? Yes, it was about 6 p.m. And he walked with me, they said I could work, so we came out. She was on the side of the dollar store. I know we didn't think she was the wall. I waited to her and he goes, "Who's that?" And I said, "That's Judy."
Stefan knew not only Judith, but also the mystery man. According to Stefan, his name was Timothy. It was when he was with Timothy at a convenience store, Timothy had expressed his curiosity about Judy. With Grizzly's evidence tying the mystery man to the scene, and now Stefan's implied willingness to reveal something huge, the investigators were nearer to the bottom of the truth than ever. Stefan was on the brink of revealing something that would finally unravel the mystery once and for all.
Now we know what's in somebody's head. I guess one confided in me. Can I tell you something really bad that I did? I said, I guess. Unless you killed her. And he goes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'll do it.
I didn't want to hear no more at that point. I was freaking out. And then he went on to say something about getting him watched from building.
The mystery man was finally identified. But this was just the beginning of what Stefan was about to reveal.
He said he had been back to the spot 2 times with alcohol. And when he said alcohol, did he meant like drinking alcohol?
Alcohol.
I got the feeling that he meant alcohol to clean, kind of like clean up or whatever. So the peroxide type of thing, like cleaning up.
At the scene, we located a rubbing alcohol bottle. At the time, we didn't know the significance of it. Now we know he took rubbing alcohol and poured it on her body in an attempt to conceal his identity by killing the DNA.
Starting that night, I'm like freaking out for days. I barricaded my door, I sleep with a knife under my pillow, I sleep with my phone in my hand. How long have you known for when you first meet him? Before you can find him. So you've only known him for a short period of time.
I'm so sorry. When you say you and him, what was it?
10.
Stephen identified the man as Timothy Johnson.
I wish I could give you more, but I was never get back in
Timothy had expressed his interest in Judith, but within a couple of hours, the interest would take a deadly turn. The detectives were moments away from a discovery that would rewrite the story entirely.
It was a huge turning point for us because it felt like we were getting closer to figuring out who had killed Judith.
Detectives did a background check on Timothy Johnson, and they found that he had been previously arrested 4 times in Florida for aggravated battery, domestic battery, and 2 times for failure to appear in court.
What the fuck?
Interestingly, one of those aggravated assault arrests took place 3 weeks before Judith's body was discovered. He was drinking heavily and broke into a woman's home late at night, but more importantly, this meant that he was already in the police's custody.
Were you at that Clinton? I was on a couch. You were on a couch. He comes around the hallway from 9 to the 10. He cut me up and everything.
Timothy Johnson was so cold-hearted and didn't show any type of remorse about the crimes that he had committed.
Now that the detectives are armed with witness statements, CCTV footage, and evidence that puts him near the crime scene, the detectives will cut straight to the elephant in the room. The video evidence alone was significant. It captured Timothy near the crime scene around the time Judith was killed, with witnesses also recalling his erratic behavior and interactions with Judith in the days leading up to her death. With these pieces coming together, the detectives were prepared to build a solid case, knowing that Timothy's violent history provided context and weight to the current charges. The cops felt that they'd finally found a cold-blooded killer, but when the detectives went to the prison to interrogate him, little did they know this was just the beginning.
Yeah, I'm in trouble right now, but I have to leave the Miranda, okay? You have the right to remain silent and be safe, and will be used against you for the law.
At that point, I was nervous too because I wanted to make sure I didn't screw it up. I wanted to get this guy. He was like my life's mission.
I have a picture of you with a person named Judith Theranos. Okay? So obviously you guys are hanging out. How did you know?
You used to go around the neighborhood.
As they dug deeper, detectives realized they weren't just investigating a single murder. They were unraveling a pattern of escalating violence, and Johnson's arrest history hinted at a man accustomed to escaping serious repercussions for his actions.
While talking to Timothy, we were able to realize that this is not his first rodeo. When he spoke to us, he was calm, pretty soft-spoken. He didn't appear to be aggressive. This was not the first time he's been interviewed by law enforcement.
Do you know anything about her death? When was the last time you saw her?
Somewhere in March.
Up until now, have you heard that she died?
And that's the first I've heard of it, yeah.
So you don't know her on a personal level?
Yeah.
He admitted that he knew Judith, and he admitted having. So we knew as detectives that we were getting closer to having him confess to murdering Judith.
They thought they were in a confession, but they were in for surprise.
Well, I'm not going to press the table because we know they can kill her.
Boom, bitch.
Okay, I tell you right now, we know we can kill her. So what can you tell us with regards to that?
And here's where I'm at with this. I know that you're lying, obviously. We're trying to give you the opportunity to explain why it happened. You think that during your guys' it escalated and then it turned to the point where you killed her.
I think we don't have
Paas, waarom doe je zulke domme acties nou? Fucking psycho.
It wasn't until after he was charged with first-degree murder, formally booked, and placed within the prison walls that he finally confessed to his actions. But not to the investigators. Instead, he talked to another prisoner.
We were sitting down talking, and he told me he was having a hospital. He wanted him to stop. He didn't want to stop. He said he choked him.
The informant was able to provide us with specific details.
She passed out. He said at that point he got scared. He pulled her shirt over her head. So then he was kind of bored.
He knew where it happened. He was able to provide us information that he had sex with her near a dumpster and that he left her body in the wooded area.
After suffocating her to death and bashing her face in, he left to a place that could make anyone's skin crawl.
I obtained surveillance video footage of him after his final meeting, and it was the same time as the transaction on Judith's credit card.
Timothy was just sitting there nonchalantly. He wasn't panicked. He wasn't freaking out. It was like nothing ever happened to him.
Timothy swallowed down some waffles with his victim's stolen credit card. When he plunged to next and forever home. But no one dared imagine.
He said he went back and asked her again. So I was like, really? Wow.
During all the investigations that I've worked, I've never seen anything like this.
You are the truth. It sickens me. I mean, I'm no angel. I've never done something like that.
Timothy Johnson was sentenced for a lifetime. In remembering Judith Therianos, we honor her life and advocate for a world where every individual is treated with dignity and respect, ensuring that no one else becomes a victim of such senseless violence.
We always see the worst in humanity. So nothing really surprises me. So this was sick and it was disturbing, but it wasn't something that I was. No, that's a lie. I was impacted by it. I had nightmares, but not so much because of him, but because her last moments were really terrible.
I'm thankful and I'm grateful to have closure, but my heart goes out to the families that don't have that closure, that they're always wondering and have that hope that maybe their loved one will just reappear.
The timely nature of his confession sparked countless debates, leaving investigators and the public alike to wonder, was he grappling with guilt, or was there a darker side to his selective silence? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you found today's video interesting, please consider subscribing to our channel, hit that like button, and share our videos. Also, if you have any crime story that you'd like us to cover, leave us a message in the comment section below.
Just got home. Just got off work. We're thinking it's an animal. He said, no, my name's Robert. Oh, there's a dude in my room.
Shots fired.
On the night of June 18th, 2023, the Cudahy Police Department in Wisconsin received a strange series of 911 calls coming from a block of houses on Carpenter Avenue. Officers show up on scene to speak with witnesses, and what they reveal is completely bizarre.
What's going on?
Okay, so across the street, okay, so we're facing that one. There's a duplex next to a small house. Okay? So upstairs somebody spashed out from the second floor, jumped onto the small roof and ran.
Okay,
so there might be glass
on the south side?
Yes, not this one.
Of Cookwood?
Yes.
Okay.
It's across the street.
Okay. You saw somebody glass and jump out of the window?
No. We heard the smashing glass, and then they jumped out of the window onto the roof of the shorter house. So they were on the second floor and jumped and ran that way.
Okay. Did you hear gunshots or anything?
Well, we've heard some freaking sketchy stuff.
5009. Your caller observed a house on the south side of the block, heard glass smash, and saw a subject jump from the window into the roof of another house.
Someone breaking through a window and running across rooftops like Spider-Man on a Father's Day evening in a quiet residential area is odd enough, but nothing can prepare the officers for what happens next.
See if you can find phone numbers, attempt to make contact with anybody inside those houses that can advise if they've had any houses broken into and or saw or heard anything suspicious. Shots fired. 9 desk. I don't know where the shots are coming from, but they're just to the east of us. Officers on scene, answer up. I need squad numbers. Make sure everybody's okay.
Within 10 minutes, another shot rings out. This time it's closer to a different pair of officers, one street over from the first.
So you want to keep your gun up like this. And you can use the garage.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, keep an eye out.
66 and Barris from Southwest, you're good. We just released our guy.
All right.
You're ready for this. I need exploits here. All mutual aid for anybody that's got an officer.
Oddly, this second shot happens almost immediately after the officer shines his flashlight beam on the detached garage in front of him, which in his report he claimed was in the direction he thought he heard something. Officers are now advised to wait for the South Shore Joint Tactical Unit's armored vehicle to respond with heavy-duty protection gear for the officers, as it's clear someone is shooting, if not at the officers themselves, then very close to them. Before it can arrive, however, a third shot rings out.
It's gotta be somebody that had a pretty damn good angle, because literally the shot fired right when I got out of my squad car, and then the second shot as soon as we started moving.
The shot whistle past you?
I didn't hear a whistle past me. That's the thing. I don't know if they shot high, if he just shot quick, I have no idea, but the first gunshot was immediately walking from under my squad there, and boom, the shot went off. Then my heart jumping out of my chest, and it start my goddamn camera. Look that shit over. I think I saw. Man, yeah, shots fired.
That more shots fired.
It's right in front of us. I don't know where he's shooting from. Stay there.
A total of at least 3 shots have been fired in the span of an hour, though this third round marks the final shot officers will hear this evening. The tactical armored vehicle arrives, and officers, now fully suited up, begin to canvass the area. They start with the house that witnesses had identified as the one the suspect initially jumped from, a house further confirmed to be the source by a broken attic window, which was visible from the street. Glass shards littering the alleyways between this house and the neighboring house confirmed that the suspect indeed broke through the top floor window and leaped to the neighboring house's roofs, heading east before presumably climbing down somewhere. The house in question is a duplex, and officers manage to call the occupants and have them exit the home. They speak with the upstairs renter, Esmira Pendleton, first, as she is the occupant with access to the attic, the duplex being divided by floors with separate up and downstairs departments. Esmira states that members of the household had been asleep when officers had called and hadn't heard the attic window shatter, although she did notice the attic door was open when they were evacuating, which was unusual.
We talked to the neighbor that was downstairs. She said it's fine for us to make sure everything's fine in her house.
Can you make sure everything is fine?
Ja, tuurlijk. Geef het maar zo. Ja. Mooi. Echt mooi.
Check the attic, check the lower and the basements. Make sure that nobody's hiding, so you guys can see if there's back inside. Is that okay? All right.
Also living at this duplex with Asmira are her mother, Carrie Jackson, and 2 teenage sons, Travis and Travell. Travis spoke to police while the rest of his family waited for other officers to finish searching the home.
Were you sleeping or anything, or have you been up?
I heard a little loud sound.
Carrie Jackson, Asmira's mother, would later confirm to officers that Robert, who is her grandson, and her son Ronnie had indeed visited earlier that day and left before nightfall. Both she and Asmira confirmed to police that no one else should be in the home and that they had no idea who might have been in the attic, much less jump through the attic window onto the neighbor's roof. With this in mind, officers entered the house and began searching, clearing the top and bottom floors before honing in on the attic.
Hey, please! Anybody in the attic, make yourself known! Come in, please! Anybody in the attic, make yourself known!
Second floor complete, in the attic.
After several hours of searching, officers are forced to cut off the search as the black remains the only trace of the mysterious roof-jumping shooter. Asmira and her family, as well as the elderly tenant downstairs, are allowed back in their homes and police leave the area. Little do they know that they will soon be back in response to yet another bizarre 911 call from this neighborhood.
Tell somebody that our attic is probably there.
How do I get up?
Carlos,
Who's up there with him?
my boyfriend, still out of the attic.
A couple have returned home to find a strange man hiding in their attic, mere hours after police had called off the search for yet another criminal attic dweller.
Yeah, I have a firearm.
All right, well, don't use it.
It's that door right there. Carlos, stay. I'm not going up there.
36, he's on the porch with another individual, and we heading up there. Yeah, put my phone on. Look your way. Turn around.
This home, come here.
Turn around.
I'm trying to come there.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Suspect up here. Coming through the back over here. Other individual has a firearm. He has it holstered.
I'll go put it up as soon as I can get past.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
I didn't talk to you, bro. They come back on.
What's your name?
Robert Turner, man.
Who's the who now?
Robert Turner, man.
Robert Turner, man? Or Robert Turner?